This craft rye whiskey seems to only be available at Total Wine, but it's not officially a Spirits Direct product. Let's talk about it. Oregon Spirits Distillers is out of Bend, Oregon. They are a family-run distillery. They, up until Total Wine started ramping up their production and getting big orders, they really were doing only a couple hundred barrels a year. This little guy is a 100% rye whiskey. It is Oregon sourced, and they source 95% of their grains in general from Oregon, but the other 5% are in their general region, Washington, Idaho, etc. But this is Oregon sourced, not grain to glass, but it is Oregon sourced. It is 90 proof and aged 4 years. Now the nose has all the rye spice. Just a little bit of barrel char in there. It is New American Oak barrels, but a lot of the rye spice, a little bit more on like the brighter side, dill, a little bit of like a minty thing going on, a lot of allspice, anise, really just a lot of everything. It's very floral, it's very bold and out there on the nose. The palate, again, you get a ton of that rye spice. We get green apple, very, very heavy on that green apple, very piney, just a touch of like herbalness to it, a little bit of lemon, interestingly enough, but very herbal. Again, we get a lot of that dill. It's almost like a Sagamore Spirits amount of dill, and it's just very bright and floral. If you really like a rye whiskey, this is a great option. If you're into like a very botanical heavy gin, this could be a great way to get into whiskey just because it's so bright and spicy and all over the place. It doesn't have a lot of pepper on the finish, but the finish is, again, very just green, and has a lot of that dill and that pine. The mintiness kind of fades away. Overall, it does give you a little bit of barrel char, which is nice, but, it has a very hot finish for a 90 proof. I know that that's probably the grains talking, but it really finishes like it's 100, 105. Overall, I mean, it's a craft product that, is pretty good. I would say sip it if you're looking for just something to really slap you in the face with a rye whiskey that's affordable. Now, these are piled up everywhere at Total Wine and More here in Arizona. A lot of people associate it with Spirits Direct. While Total Wine does push it, according to the research I've done, there isn't an affiliation with them in Spirits Direct, but Total Wine did invest heavily into their product. I think a lot of people pass on it because of that, but they need to overlook that and pick up a bottle. It's pretty good. It's certainly